At the age of 25, Winona Ryder is one of the top actresses in America today. She made her film debut a decade ago with Lucas. She made her mark with the dark comedy Heathers in 1989. She went on to star in an eclectic mix of films that include Edward Scissorhands, Age of Innocence, Reality Bites, and Little Women. She currently plays Abigail Williams in the screen adaptation of Arthur Miller's The Crucible. New York Times film critic Janet Maslin says her performance is played wickedly well with a scheming, selfish intensity that also rings true in any time. All of that at age 25. I'm very pleased to have her on this broadcast. Welcome.
Thank you very much.
It's great to have you here.
Great to be here.
Tell the story to the audience who may not have read it, this story of Abigail Williams, who as a young teenager has this affair with John Proctor, who's married.
Yeah.
And then she is, in a sense, dumped.
Yeah.
You know, and she vows to get revenge.
Yes.
Or she has to get revenge because she can't let go.
She can't let go. Well, I think, you know, she was working in their household as a servant girl, and she began this affair with him. And then suddenly, well, you know, the wife catches on, Elizabeth catches on, and not only is she dumped, but she is she's fired, her name is blackened in the town, she is completely, has a worse reputation. People, you know, snicker at her when she walks by, and John Proctor won't even acknowledge her existence anymore. So it's not only being dumped, but it's being, of course, I'm a little defensive, as you can tell about it, because I'm so sick of being called names. But, you know, there's a line in the film where, you know, he says, "We never touched." And I say, but we did. And to me, that was a very crucial part, because to not even acknowledge that something happened between two people, to a young girl, is, I think, very sick and very cruel. So I think her reaction, her initial reaction, was almost understandable, like the revenge. But then what happened with the town and the and the hysteria that the town itself created, and the you know, Paul Schofield's character, you know, is he the governor? I can't remember. The judge. The judge comes in. You know, it's like, you know, she is the villain in a sense, but it's more what the town does to the situation.
Does it mark some kind of new plateau for you, you think? Did it put you somewhere you wanted to be in terms of the kinds of things you want to do and be seen as, in terms of an evolution of a life and a career?
Well, personally, it did. It was monumental in my life, just because it was such an expressive role, and I played a lot of different roles, but I played a lot of girls that have been repressed, or have been very vulnerable, have been very, you know, the girl you root for, and the girl you want to protect or something. And this was a role that, you know, I didn't want to play the sympathy card at all. And that was important for me. And to walk on a set every day for 4 months.
On an island off the coast of Maine.
Exactly. To walk on a set and know that you can't, you know, bat your eyes and just be adorable and get everyone to like you. And you know, you really, I mean, I had to really leave that behind, which was hard, because I did realize that that was a crutch for me. You know, if I was in a movie and things weren't really going very well, or I wasn't crazy about the part or something, I would just rely on kind of being Winona, you know. Yeah. And this was something that I knew I could not do that even for a moment. If one moment in this film didn't work because of me, like, I felt like the whole film would crumble. Like, or with any character, it was like it had to be a perfect film, because it was The Crucible, you know. Because
you came into this with this huge admiration for Arthur Miller.
Yeah, I did. And also just working with Arthur Miller was like a new level, you know. I mean, I've worked with great writers before, but that was, it's like a historic.
We're talking about Death of the Salesman.
Yeah, I mean, it's historic, and it's I still can't get over.
But you had a chance to spend time with him and talk to him about life and literature and...